GH live stream. So today we're going to share with you for this kit, the G642. And here's the 6 colors. And here's the 4 pieces, the number 1 base, number 2 activator, and the number 3 the top, and the number 4 the brush saver. So today we're going to share with you for this kit, but before it we're going to show you how to extend your sharp nails with the artificial nails. So here's the color of this nut color, and here's today's designs. So we're going to show you how to extend your sharp nails by the nail tips later. So just focus on with our live stream. So if you are doing in your natural nails and your nails are short, we're going to use the artificial nails. So actually we're going to use the dip glue, the number 1 base, to extend your sharp nails. So let's go for it. So we take out the Ombre pads, and actually here's the natural nails. And to dry the nail bed first, we already done the buffing in the filing because we are going to use the artificial nail tips to do the extension. So just prepare the suitable sizes of the artificial nail tips you want. And today we select this one and use the number 1 base and apply the base along with the nail tips a little bit. But make sure before you need to choose the suitable sizes with your natural nails. So first you need to choose the suitable sizes and then use the base, apply the base and apply the artificial nail tips to your natural nails. And press it a little bit around 5 or 6 seconds and just flex it, let it stick with together. Okay, using your nail tips and fingers to press it a little bit. When you feel it already stick together, and just make sure and here's this way is for extend your short nails. And another one is same way, apply the base along with the nail tips and press it with your natural nails for around 5 or 6 seconds or more. You just feel it whether it's sticking together or not, because for the base it will let the nail tips and your natural nails sticking together. So when you buy this now dip glue, the powder kits, the fast dry and dipping powder kits, you will get this number 1 base to use as the glue. So we would like to press it for a long time and just test it whether sticking together or not. Okay, everything already done, and just use the nail file to do the filing of the both sides. Just doing the slightly filing of the both sides. And make sure and to do the slightly filing for the connecting part. Connecting parts means that your natural nails and your artificial nails, the connecting parts between 2 lines. So we're going to do the slight filing because we want this part will be more flash with your natural nails. So here's the necessary part when you're doing this kind of the extension nails. So just choose the nail file to do the filing on the both sides and the connecting part first. So if your nails are short, just follow with our live stream, and then you could do the extension very easily by our this system. And now we are doing the slight filing between the connecting part. Because you must let the artificial nails and the natural nails will be more flush. We are not done yet, but we need to brush off the excess dust from your nail beds for every time, every layer. And now we're going to trimming off. You can pick the suitable size, because later we're going to do the designs based on this artificial nails. So first you need to trim it off as the suitable size, desired size you want of your nail tips. And today we're going to use the almond shape. So we're going to trim it off by both sides first, and we're going to trim the left side and the right side. And just with the almond, because later we're going to do the filing with the buffing. So first we're going to use the nail file to shape the artificial nail first, the nail tips. Actually, for every time you just turn your nail file for around 45 degrees angles, and then you could create this kind of the almond shape for the both side. And naturally, you might to notice one tips. When you're doing this kind of the nails and the shapings, you must be use your 2 fingers to hold your fingers and then to avoid scratch. Okay, so after shaping, we're going to apply the base on the connecting part. Remember, for this time, we're going to apply the base to the connecting part between the natural nails and the artificial nails, because nails we're going to apply and dip into the clear powder. So first, remember, apply the base for the connecting parts and dip into the clear powder. We want this part, the natural nail and the artificial nails, more sticking together. And to dip into the clear powder. And take out and take off. Brush off. And now we're going to apply the base for the 3 contours part of the nails. Just 3 contours part of the nails, not the full nails. So we just apply the 3 contours of the nails and then dip into the clear powder. So first parts you need to apply the connecting parts, and nails we need to apply the base for the 3 contours part. 3 contours of your whole nails. And then to dip into the clear powder. It's the same way, tap off and brush off. Okay, for the 3rd time, we're going to apply the base to your entire nail. And this time is different with other 2 steps. We're going to apply the base for your entire nail. Fold off the nails. we're going to dip into the clear powder again. Because we're going to let your artificial nails more natural, look like your natural nails. And the connected parts are already full of the clear powder and it could be sticking together by the base and the clear powder. So here's the necessary parts for you doing the extension of your nails. And ta-da for every time. So if you think it's not enough curving for the nails, we're going to apply the base again. We're going to add one layer of the clear powder now, because now we're going to apply the fourth time. And dip into the clear powder. So it just depends on you if you want your nails to look more thick and more protective for your nails, natural nails. You're going to do the 4 times of the clear powder. So remember, for the first time, you just apply the base to your connecting parts. For the second time, it must be the 3 contours of the full nails. And for the third time, it must be the entire whole nails. So for 4 times, it just depends on you. We're going to do the 4 times of the clear powder. Because for our powder is smooth enough and won't be look so thick, but it looks more natural. So here's the extension finish. And we're going to do the filing, because for our clear powder, as I mentioned, it's kind of the new formula, is the fast drying dipping powder. So you just leave it for around 30 seconds that you could do the filing or anything you want. So we're just we are now preparing the nail machine. So today we just show you 2 fingers how to do the extension, because we don't have enough time for the live stream. So here's the 2 fingers already done. We're going to use the nail file to do the filing, the nail machine. Because your nails fall with the clear powder to protect it, so you do not need to worry. And now we're just doing the slightly filing by the nail machine. And let the natural nails and your artificial nail tips will be more flush with together. So after seeing the video, is it very easy for you to do the extension by the dip system? So it's super easy. If you want your nails looks more longer, so first you need to find the stable size of the artificial nail tips, and then just use the number 1 base to apply it. And prepare 1 bottle of the clear powder that you will get very long and natural looks nails. So later we're going to do the designs based on this artificial nails, this extension long nails. So especially for the connecting parts, you need to do the filing for a little bit longer time than other parts, because we just want to let the nails look more natural. And when you're doing this kind of the extension nails, you need to use your fingers to feel whether the connecting parts already flash. So for every time, you need to use the fingers to touch it and to feel it whether it's flash or not. Especially for the both side and the connecting part. So it's so necessary for you to double check. So if you guys already missed the part how to extend your short nails, but don't worry, we're going to show you again by the video for how to extend your short nails with the dip system. It's super easy and super easy to handle. But one tip for you, when you're using the nail machine, you need to make sure don't be over filing for the one part. You cannot just to during the filing for one part over 10 or 15 seconds because your nails will be feel hard and hurt. So we're going to brush off the excess dust, and now we're preparing the nail file. For the other three fingers, we are going to use the same way, but we just show you these two fingers today for this live stream. So for final, we need to use the nail file to do the shaping too. If you want to get more refined shape, you need to use the nail file. And you need to compare with other fingers the length of your fingers and looks. You just compare with other fingers and to let you get more perfect nails. And now we are going to do the filing for the nail plates. For this time, we're going to get the nails with the curve on the nail bed. So we need to check whether the nails already have the curve on the nail plates. You want to let the shapes less more perfect, so we're going to check it and use a nail buffer. We want the surface more smooth, so we're going to use the nail buffer to do the buffing. For this finger is the same way. We need to use the nail file to do the filing first. After you do the nail machine, So here's the nail buffer and do the buffing. For the buffing, actually you want to for this kind of the nail buffer, you could use it for remove any shine or oil from your nail beds, your natural nails. And actually we are going to do the buffing to let the nail surface more smooth, to grind the surface. So here's another point of the usage. If you want to get more perfect nails, that's the necessary parts when you're doing all this kind of the nail steps. So after that, we need to brush off the excess dust. Actually, you could wash in your hand, but we're going to remove the dust by the dust remove brush. So for the extension, we already done by the artificial nails by this system. So here's the 5 fingers. We already used the artificial nail tips to do the extension with your sharp nails. It looks very natural, right? So later we're going to use the powder kits to make the designs based on the artificial nail tips. So the powder kit is called G642. And actually for the G642, this kit is the limited time sliding deal right now. You could get this kit with very charming price that you could get this kit. Later we're going to do the designs by this powder. The item number called G642. The nude powder kits. And it's kind of the star powder kits of our GHdip. So here's the colors, and here's the number 23. It's kind of the light nut. And here is the number 35. And this one is a little bit dark, but it's super charming nude colors. So we're going to use these 2 colors to make the designs based on the long nails you just did. So no matter for the natural nails or the artificial nail, we're going to use the balm. We would like to use the balm pipettes and to dry the nail beds before you doing the designs. Okay, as you can see, it looks so natural, just like your long nails, and so beautiful. So if you at home, you could try to do the extension by this system. If you have any suggestion or question, just contact with our after sales service team. So now we're going to apply the base to your entire nail first. Just you normal dig your nails. And to dip into this color. And for this color is called number 26. It's the light nude color. For our powders, the pigments flow enough and smooth enough. So if you want to look more natural, you could just do 1 times of this color. It just depends on you. And we would like to do the 1 layer of this color because we want the nails to look more natural by these nude colors. But actually we suggest 2 or 3 coats of the color if you want more solid looks for the nude colors. And now we are going to apply another layer of the base too. But this time we're going to pick the sticker or any decoration or accessories on the nails. We're going to pick the sequins. And for this nude color, actually you could create a very cutest nails design. So today we select this colorful sequence to make it. We select the sequence randomly, and this can of the different shape, the triangle, the round shape, or the square shape. It just to let sure this new colors looks more lively or lovely. We select different colors of the sequence on the nose. But when you apply this kind of the accessories on the nails, you need to make sure you need to do it action as possible, because for the base it will be very quickly to be dry. And for the middle parts, we select one sticker. That is very cute. We select the cotton. And on the middle of the nails. This kind of sticker is self-adhesive. Actually, when you're doing the powder nails designs, you need to select the self-adhesive sticker is more better, because then you will let your fingers to press it a little bit and put it on the nail bed. And after that, you need to dip into the clear powder to protect your designs. And brush off the excess powder. So remove for next finger. So for no matter what layers, you need to apply the base evenly on your nails. Because when you dip into the powders, and you won't have the bumpy or uneven problems with your nail plate. And naturally, we're going to apply one layer of the powder. And for this light nut color, it looks gorgeous when you doing on your own natural nails. Try to apply 1 time of the powder and see how it looks. So for this one, we're going to use the sticker 2. We pick the sticker on. And every time when you chose the sticker, you could to use the tweezers to help you to pick the suitable size of the sticker, because you could use the tweezers to help you to press it. And let the surface small flash. And dip into the clear powder to protect your design. So for the rest of the fingers, we're going to do the other colors too. Apply the base evenly and dip into the powder. So when you before you dip into the powder, you need to shake well the powder. And for this finger, we're going to use 2 times of the color, and you can see how the difference. If 2 times of the color will be more solid looks with other fingers, because we do not to apply any gems or any sequins on this fingers. So now for here is more dark nude colors, and this one is called the number called 35. This a little bit red more than the other fingers, other colors. But actually for this kit, for this G642 with beautiful 6 nude colors. And actually for today, for this kit, we had the limited time sliding deal for this kit. So if you want to get this kit, just focus on our GHdip. When you enter the Amazon, search in GHdip, you could get this kit with very charming price. And we have another 4 kits on the flash deal too. Okay, so we're going to do the top finger. So why we every time to brush off the excess powder? Because you do not want your brush from your base get dirty, and you do not want the surface get bumpy. So it's so necessary you prepare one dust with brush when you're doing the powder nails. It's so necessary when you brush off the every layer excess powder or excess dust. And for this finger, we're doing the 2 coats of the color. Okay, and shape it while tightly off and brush off the excess. So here's the important point for our fast drying dipping powder kit. You do not need to apply any activator to dry the powder. So now we just need to wait around 30 seconds that you could do the filing. So now we're going to prepare the nail machine. We would like to use the nail machine to do the filing for every time. So here's the reasons why we cover 1 layer of the clear powder after you doing the sticker or any gems on the nails. Because we want to protect it, we are going to do the filing by the nail machine directly. Okay, we prepare this nail file. For the shaping. Okay, I saw the client sets where we get this kind of the nail file. Actually, you could buy this from our dip powder accessories kit, or if you have the interest that you could join into our Facebook group. We always have the free gift. So here are the things why we doing all this filing and buffing so many times, because if you want to get more perfect nails, it's so necessary, because you could to avoid the powder will be easily from the cracking by the nail edge. So now prepare the nail buffer, and it's the same way we need to grind in the nail surface more smooth. If you want your top looks more shiny and glossy, so it's so necessary when you're doing the buffing. So when you're using our fast dry and dipping powder kits, it could be saving your time, because for our powders, it could be dry by itself 30 seconds. And actually, for the powders, it won't affect by the temperature. So no matter from the 0 degree centigrade or up to 50 degrees centigrade, it's then fast dry. So you do not need to worry whether you are in cool or hot place. And they definitely saving your time and simply to use. Okay, we're done the buffing and shaping and filing. So you need to brush off the excess dust from the nail bed. And using a lint-free wipe. And actually you could wash your hand now, but we're going to use the lint-free wipe to wipe off the dust from the nail bed. It looks very natural for this G642 nude colors. So now we done all this, we prepare the number 2, the activator. For the activator, we just use it only one time. One time for the activator, but you need to apply it on your full nails, the entire nails. To make sure the entire nails, but do not overusing the activator. Okay. So after the activator, we prepare the number 3, the top. And some the gems, the accessories. the nail accessories. We're going to do the decorations later. Prepare the number 3, the top. For the top, we normally use 2 times, and for our fresh shine dipping powder kits, it's so different with others, so we need to apply 2 times, but for the first time you must be half dry but still sticky, not completely dry. So we need to apply very thin layer of the first time of the top after the activator. So now we need to apply it slightly but fold with your nails, very thin layer. As you can see, if you're using this way to do the extension of your nails, it looks very natural. If you want to get more perfect looks, you need to follow our tutorial step by step. And actually for this, it could be long lasting for over 2 or 3 weeks. I really like this finger because it looks really nude. So for the second layer of the top, you need to see the first layer a little bit matte on the surface, half dry but still sticky. We must be applying the second layer on. And hold on, for this finger, we're going to pick the decoration nail accessories to do the decoration, and we are just press it on. Use the tweezers to pick. But you need to do it very quickly because for the top it could be dried within 1 minute. So you cannot wait after the dry. And naturally you cannot select 2 big sizes of the nail accessories. So we will down the rest of 2 fingers. For this finger, we are going to apply the first layer of the top. Very thin layer, but fold with your nails. Don't forget the nail edge. Okay. And after seconds, we back to the first finger and apply the second layer of the top. Okay. For these fingers too, apply the second layer of the top. Okay. So here's today's design by this kit, the number code G642. And now it's the limited time lining deal. And later 2 hours, we will stop the lining deal. So if you like this nut color kit, just focus on our GHdip. And did you learn how to extend your short nails by this system today? If you already did, just share your nail experience for our Facebook, join into with us. And then we could get more perfect nails tutorials for you. So thanks for supporting. See you next time, guys.